Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, one and all. Welcome back to the New Galaxy Gamers channel, and welcome back to our first city here in City Skylines 2. If you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. It is great to have you with us. If you are a returning member, welcome back to you as well. Great to have you all here. As usual, all usual disclaimers are in the description of this wonderful video. Just as a quick apology to everybody, I am sorry that I didn't get last week's videos out, and there might have been a couple of that were missed the week before. Uh, excuse me. As I was doing recording for prepping for while I was on vacation, I did something. I when I stood up, I injured my lower back. Tell you the truth, the pain was not fun at all. But my back is much better now. But during that process, it prevented me from finishing up the recordings that I was working on. So that's why there were a couple of videos missing the last week of my scheduled vacation. And then I took last week off just to be sure everything was fine. So we are back to normal, and I do apologize for that. And hopefully I won't get injured before I head to convention in a couple of weeks. So that being said, I hope you're all having a safe, wonderful, and successful week this week. It is November 3rd when you're watching this episode of City Skylines. Hard to believe we're already in November. Yeah. So that being said, I discovered that we would have reached all of the tile limits in our last episode that I was working on. And so I decided we'll start over in building our city. And I went ahead and unlocked all the tiles by default. That is a nice little addition that City Skylines 2 has, is you can unlock all the tiles right away without needing a unlock all mod, which is nice. Okay, so now that we got all our tiles unlocked, we can go ahead and start planning out what we want proper. And I kind of want our I want our industrial area to be over here, headed onto the coastline, as you can see right there. That, I think, would be a good place for our industry to be, our industrial port to be. So I think that would be a nice area for it. That's where we'll put it. And we'll put some residential over here too, just to, make it all look pretty and everything. So that, there's not going to be too much of a problem there. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Let's grab our coffee, our donuts, our bagels, our Egg McMuffins, sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits, our favorite breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack from our favorite local mom and pop coffee shop, and let's get cracking. Alright, so put a little forestry over in here too. Let's see how I want this. I'm gonna do this so that I can make sure I can hear myself proper like. And we're going to need, I think, he thinks we kind of wants, yeah, I think this makes sense. Okay. Now, let's do this. We'll do Okay, there we go. All right. Let us do our... You know what? Let's throw our Curvy McCurve tool on here. Because, well, why not? Okay, there's that one. We're not going to zone the off ramps here, just so you know. We will. There we go. Okay. All right, so there's one. Oh, and I did learn how to do the nodes too, by the way. You're gonna like this. When I show that to you. That. Okay, there's... Alright, so there's that. So now we've got that all in place. Alright, so now we can go back here. Grab this. Come back down here real quick. Make ourselves a couple of arteries right here. Yeah, it'll be alright. Okay. So, let's take this one and go all the way like this. Okay, and now let's grab our little curvy tool here. Put that in just like that. And before I forget, we'll put a, yeah, that'll work just fine. Okay, so now we got sewer in place. So I don't have to worry about that. Okay. That's kind of what I wanted. All right. Now I think what I will do. I think I will put the coal plant right here. So that way we've got power coming in. We don't have to worry about that, but I'll put it right there. Make it easy for the trucks coming in with coal. Yeah, we can do that. Here we go. All right, so what I'll do is I will put some commercial right here because I think that makes sense. That way you got a little strip of commercial there. And we'll toss just a wee bit of industry there. Yeah. All right, so that should actually help with industry. Now, let me think how I want to do this with the roads. Well, you know what? Let's, up here. Oh, there's a nice ag land over here. Okay, so I've opened up that ag. Okay. Aha. Okay, so I've opened that up. All right. Looks like despite my own intentions. Despite my own intentions, folks, it looks like I've managed to, well, not mess it up necessarily. All right, so let's grab our Curvy McCurve tool again. As we're being careful not to there we go. I don't want to destroy this farmland here. I got an idea for it, so same with the coal here that's here. We can use that. And let's see if I can. Alright, so now we'll put our straight tool back. Okay, so now we got those connected. And this now means that I can do this. Okay, so now we got that. Let's bring this road. I'll bring that road in just like that. And okay, we've got the research points. So that's good. Now, let's put this in the grid mode, shall we? Okay. I see what I did. I see what I did here. I screwed this up. Wow, this is a lot harder than I imagined. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we'll come over here. We'll put some residential over here. Okay. All right, just like that. Okay, so now we throw that on top of it. What I will do is I will take a one-lane road and I shall do this. I will put on my, we'll put on our Curvy McCurve tool here. I'll do that. And then well, yeah, let me think. Okay, so I won't put that part in yet, but I will put there. I will connect those just like that. And then in our industry, go over here, throw that back in. We can say we'll put our wheat grain fields here. Get that all set up, right, shall we? Keep forgetting the the circle there is our guide. Okay, there's our grain. Get our vegetation. And this way we're not going to be starting with too big of a deficit either. Actually suits our purposes good. Alright, so now we got veggie. Okay, let's see. Now can you... I don't know where we put... Well, I guess actually we could put... Yeah, we could put animal over here. Okay. Okay, we'll do Kirby McCurve tool. Okay. Because then we can put textile over here too. Alright. Let us put our animals here, shall we? Okay, so now we'll do this. And I do gotta say, learning City Skylines 2 has, for me at least, turned itself into a bit of a learning experience, which I don't mind that so much, really. I like learnings. Okay, here's that. Alright, so we got animals. Alright, so once we're able to do textiles, we'll put that in there. Okay, so let's put this up. Throw this down. Excuse me. Come in here with our roads. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm... As you can see, what I'm doing is I am slowly building up our industry as we go. So that way, you know, we can make sure that we've got everything all cool, like, you know. By putting some of our industry in place, we'll have plenty of jobs for the people. But we'll also be ensuring that we are, in fact, making sure that we are protecting our budget as well. And what I've found over the years is, from living in small towns and bigger cities, believe it or not, I've actually found that, we'll put a little forestry over here. I've actually found, and for some of you this is probably going to sound crazy, but I have actually found that you know, bigger cities tend to do better with figuring out their economics. Better than small towns do. Like, the town I live in right now is pretty small compared to the bigger cities in the state. And it does not, you know, the folks who work for the town, I'm not criticizing, I'm not bashing government workers or anything, because there are a lot of good ones out there. But one thing I have noticed is that the smaller the town, the more susceptible it is to bad economics. Just like the smaller a town, the more susceptible it is to corruption. And nepotism. There, now we got a forestry area in. So I'm just making sure, I'm just using what I know and what I've seen in my experience, and I'm using that to guide what we do on here so that we make sure that we're doing everything right. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's go ahead and unpause. We should be okay. And we see business coming in. And residential coming in as well. Now, what I will be interested in to see is, will what we have done here, will this actually fix our economics? Will this actually fix our traffic issue that we keep running into? But we have power. Oh, we don't have water. Oopsie daisy. Okay, we'll have water in just a moment. Wait a minute. I forgot we need the road here. Let's do this. Let's put our straight tool on, because I'm that dumb. Now we'll put Kirby McCurve tool in place. Go. Alright, so now we got water. Whoops. I didn't do it, Wilma. Okay, it looks like it is actually. Alright, it is actually connected. Okay, so I am going to toss a clinic there. Yeah, healthcare. Oh, road. Okay, we don't need to really worry about that. Okay, so they've got healthcare. We're gonna need to put in garbage. Let's put you over here too. Because, you know, why not, right? Yeah. Can I edit that? Okay, so I got recycling in there. There we go. Okay, so that'll be that. It is going to mean we're going to need... I don't need grid right now, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah. Connect that in like that. And what I will do is, because I'm not nice, because I literally wiped out half our industry. All right, there we go. All right, so let's see how we're doing. Okay, there seems to be no issues here. Okay, so it seems to be no issues for industry. That is actually a good thing. And so far, there's no issues there. So that is good to know. Ooh. I think what I want to do, though, is I want to throw in just a wee bit more commercial. Yeah. Yeah, we'll put a little bit of commercial there. That'll help with the commercial side of things. So that should actually get us to where we want to be. What I will be interested to watch is whether or not we've now essentially fixed our traffic jam issue. Because if we have, then that's going to be a good thing, I think. But at least for the moment, at least it seems like we have. So I'm not, like, completely worried at this point. But it seems like, at least now, it seems like we're starting to see more traffic come in. But I think by putting our industrial area away from our residential area, I think that's going to actually help us. Because I think that was part of the problem that we were seeing, right? Was that our residential area was getting overrun by our commercial area and our industry. And when you have them boxed all together, that doesn't really help matters so much. So I think this should fix that. But we will see. Now, I also want to point out here, I did learn while on vacation that they are dropping. I don't know if it's dropped yet. I will check into it. Um, but I did learn that they are dropping a new DLC for City Skylines 2. So I will look into that and let you know. If it's dropped, I will put it on my list of things of DLCs that I need to buy. But yeah, and we're seeing traffic pick up a little bit. That's okay. As long as we're not seeing major traffic jams, then I think we're going to be fine. And so far, we're not. So I think we're going to be okay, at least for the time being. We do have our... we have industry going. We have a deficit right now, but that's okay. That's going to slowly start coming up. I'm going to set this to 12. Okay. And then, as you can see, we don't really have... Okay, that's our services. We can't really see the production yet. That's okay. I'm not worried about that yet. As you can see, though, we do have a deficit, and that's fine. But the revenue side is going to slowly start coming up and taking over. And so we're going to be okay. I'm not really worried right now. Because that's going to change. Now, we do have a commercial demand, but that's okay. Our city's just starting out. We'll be okay. We're seeing them slowly. We're seeing them filter in. This is actually a good thing. And we do have, remember we did put more commercial in, so I'm not like really worried about that right now. We got plenty of residential space for them to come in. Things like that. It is going to take a while. So, that, you know, we're doing okay. And I think we're going to be okay. I think this is actually going to look good. Because once they get going and everything, food and grain is not going to be an issue. Our animal production, poultry production, I guess is what you'd call it, that's going to be fine. Forestry is going to start bringing in revenue for us. So we're not going to really have all the problems there. So we've already essentially taken care of the deficit for some of this. Right off the bat. So that's actually going to help us build, because now that we've taken care of the deficit for that, right? That's only going to help us out. So we're doing all right. And so far, so good. We're not seeing traffic jams yet. That is a good thing. So, yeah. So maybe I've actually fixed. I'm kind of hoping that I've corrected that problem, at least in the short term. Okay. These guys are happy. They've got what they need right now. So I think we're going to be okay. It's just going to take time for us to get everything sorted out. We do have this traffic here, train station here. I'm going to figure out what I want to do with that eventually, because I do want to make sure we have rail transport and everything as well. So I will figure out what to do with that. But I think, you know, we're kind of setting ourselves up to do really well. And okay, so now we're a small village. That's actually good. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got a school down too, so that's going to help with the education, as I like to call it. Still no traffic jams, that's good. No traffic jams over here as well. All right, so that's really good. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll leave it there. For this episode. We will continue on in the next episode, and we will continue building out the city. And we'll go from there. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoyed this episode. It may have seemed like it was a little bit more laid back than normal, and that's cool. As y'all hopefully figuring out, I'm more of a laid back kind of guy. I like to hang out and have fun, and all that good stuff. So, I do hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button. Smash that bell notification icon to let yourself know when the next video comes out. And be sure to share the link to the channel with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, your pet kitty cat, pet puppy dog, pet parakeet, pet bunny rabbit, pet boa constrictor, although why you'd want a pet snake, I really don't know. I know snakes. I'll prefer my little kitten, my pet kitty cat, over a snake any day. But that being said, by sharing the link to the channel with others, it does help our wonderful channel grow, and it helps our wonderful community grow as well. And I enjoy your comments, your feedback, your input. I learn a lot from you guys, and I keep that coming. I look forward to responding to your comments in the comments section. And for those of you that celebrated Thanksgiving in October, Canadians especially, I hope you had a wonderful, safe, and successful holiday. And for those who are celebrating Thanksgiving in November, obviously, I wish the same to you as well. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I shall see you in the next episode of, and just keep in mind, I will have, next week's episode will be not pre-recorded, but then the episodes the week of the 16th and the 23rd, those will be pre-recorded as I will be at convention. So that, and then of course the week of the 23rd is a holiday. So that being said, I hope you all have a safe, wonderful, and successful rest of your day and your week. And I will see you all in the next episode of Our First City, right here on the New Galaxy Gamers channel. Happy gaming.